Love, the most studied, sung about, and misunderstood force in human history. We write poems about it, we fight wars over it, we dedicate entire lifetimes to understanding it. But today we ask a different question. What if we could explain love? Using physics. Can equations, forces, and energy help us understand this most human of emotions? In the grand theater of the cosmos, physics speaks of fundamental forces that govern all motion. For centuries, we saw gravity as an invisible string, a mysterious pull that tethers planets to their stars and our feet to the earth. But Einstein revealed a deeper truth. Gravity is not a force, but a consequence of matter itself, bending the very fabric of space-time. Massive objects create deep wells in this cosmic sheet, and other bodies simply follow the curves. What if love, the most profound human experience, operates under a similar principle? Imagine each of us as a celestial body, drifting through the vast silent expanse of life. We travel along our own trajectory, guided by our own momentum. But we are not massless. Each of us possesses a unique gravitational signature, a personal mass forged from our character, our passions, our intellect, and our capacity for kindness. When two people draw near, their gravitational fields begin to interact. It's a subtle, almost imperceptible shift at first. A shared glance, a resonant laugh, a moment of understanding. These are the first gentle tugs, the initial warping of their individual paths. As their connection deepens, their combined mass grows, creating a more significant gravitational well. Their lives, once linear, begin to curve inexorably toward one another, not into a collision but into a stable, beautiful orbit. Love, then, is the ultimate force that reshapes our personal universes, bending the trajectory of our lives into a shared journey. In the language of physics, energy is the fundamental currency of the universe. It is the force that fuels motion, ignites change, and animates life itself. Viewed through this lens, love reveals itself as one of the most potent forms of energy we can experience. It's not just a feeling, it's an active, dynamic force. Like potential energy stored within us, it waits for a connection to become kinetic, a power that motivates us to build, to protect, to create, and to grow. And just like the first law of thermodynamics states, this energy cannot be created or destroyed, it simply transforms. The fiery, consuming energy of new romance doesn't vanish. Over time, it may transmute into the steady, radiant warmth of lifelong companionship, or the fierce, protective energy of a parent for their child. It changes form, but its essence remains, continually shaping our world. Then, we venture into the strange and beautiful world of quantum physics, where we find an even more profound metaphor: entanglement. It describes a mysterious bond where two particles become inextricably linked. No matter how vast the distance separating them, what happens to one instantaneously affects the other. Einstein famously called it spooky action at a distance. And doesn't love sometimes feel just as magical, just as spooky? It's that inexplicable feeling of knowing a loved one is in trouble before the phone rings. It's the shared thought that flashes across two minds at once. These connections seem to operate outside the known rules, weaving an invisible thread that transcends physical space. Perhaps love creates its own quantum field, a shared reality where two souls are forever entangled, their fates intertwined in a dance that defies both distance and time. Fields are the invisible architects of reality. A gravitational field warps space-time, telling planets how to move. They are fundamental, shaping everything within their influence. So what if love is an emotional field, a subtle but powerful force we generate together, one that alters the very atmosphere of a room? It's a field that doesn't move objects but moves hearts, felt as a palpable, positive presence. This field has tangible effects. A loving home fundamentally changes how a child learns, creating the psychological safety for curiosity to flourish and resilience to build. Love's influence isn't always a grand gesture. It's in the quiet encouragement, the patient presence. It's a constant, nurturing pressure that guides our development. Its influence isn't always visible, but you feel it everywhere. Yet, for all its power, physics has its limits. Its elegant equations describe the universe with breathtaking precision, but they are silent on the question of. Physics explains the mechanics of a sunset, but not the awe we feel. Love lives in that other domain. It is the universe's great why. Why connect? Why care? Why dream? Here, science meets philosophy. Love is an emergent property of a conscious universe. You can't isolate it in a test tube, but its effects are written in our neurochemistry, our art, and our history. It exists in that sacred space between the quantifiable and the ineffable. Perhaps that's where love belongs. between numbers and meaning. Whether you see love as force, energy, entanglement, or field, these are all just maps trying to describe a magnificent territory. They are our rational minds attempting to grasp a truth that is ultimately felt in the heart. And beneath them all, one truth remains. Love changes trajectories, of particles, of planets, of people. It alters the path of a life with a single act of kindness. It is the force that inspires us to look at the stars and not just see burning gas, but to feel a connection to the cosmos. Without love, the universe is just a complex machine. With love, it becomes a story. Maybe it's the most powerful force in the universe. This isn't just physics, this is life.